a couple bottles of coral calcium from Okinawa, Japan. And they were about $40 for one bottle.
Yeah.
Now, you were telling me earlier that there are two grades of coral calcium.
Yeah, well, the Japanese say there's a high grade, low grade. The low grade is what they call the fossilized stuff that they dig right off the beaches. You know, it's been there for millions of years, and rain and wind have weathered it and washed out a lot of the nutrients. The low grade will have 0.2% magnesium, for example. When they take it freshly from the ocean, it's called marine coral. That has 12% magnesium and it's loaded with all the other nutrients. The Japanese sell it for 3-4 times as much money as low-grade stuff.
Now, if a person wants to get coral calcium, because you say of all the calciums out there, that's, in your opinion, the best to take?
Well, yes, and the reason is because the incredible absorption rate of coral. See, calcium is the hardest, although it's the most important mineral for the human body, it's also the hardest for the human body to absorb. When you take the TUM, for example, you get 1% absorption.
Yeah,
well,
I
my
used to
God,
take that,
means 20 hours after you take your TUM, you get 4 milligrams of calcium. But if you take the coral, you get 400 in 10 minutes.
Right now, I want to tell people how to get this, but here's the question. The coral calcium that somebody can buy, let's say on the internet or in a health food store,
yes,
for $40 a bottle.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier before the show that a high percentage of that is the low-grade coral?
That is correct.
Any idea what percentage is out there? Or?
Oh, gosh. Well, every time people come to me all the time with these bottles, we start looking at them. All you do is look at the magnesium content. You see 1%, 2%.
And so it's a low,
you know,
it's potentially a low-grade coral.
And you'll find that over 90% of what you can buy is low-grade. And the reason is they can charge high-grade prices for low-grade products.
Because no one knows. So what
and
you
this
sell,
isn't just coral calcium. This
No,
has got
no, no.
magnesium and
has-
other vitamins in it as
It
well.
has vitamin A, B, C, D, E. It has B1, B2, B3, B4. It even has some cesium to prevent cancer. That is a super
And you
coral
need these
loaded.
other things to help you
Yes,
absorb the calcium
that's correct.
itself.
and so this is your
Right.
formula.
Yes.
All right, now I
It
want
also
to-
has vitamin D, which allows you to absorb 10 times as much calcium.
All right, we're going to go to the phone lines in just a minute, but if you're watching right now, when I first interviewed Bob on my show, A Closer Look, several months ago, I started taking this. And I want to tell you a story about weight loss in a minute, because we were just talking about this before the show, and he mentioned something which blew my mind, and it made perfect sense. But if you're interested in getting more information on the coral calcium, any of Bob's books, call the number on your screen. We'll give you information on the books. If you want to get his formula coral calcium, I'm going to give you a special offer that's only available on the Debbie and Kevin show if you call today. Only $19.95 for a 1-month supply. And that's an introductory offer to get you to try this and see the results yourself. You don't have to pay $40 for a low-grade coral that you may find on the internet or at a health food store. You can get the exclusive Bob Barefoot formulation. And there's a lot of people out there, we were talking about this before,
Yes.
that claim that they're associated with you or it's a Bob Barefoot formulation, and it isn't.
They say as featured by Bob Barefoot. Well,
Right.
I don't even know who they are.
Exactly. So this is Bob Barefoot stuff. And so
Yes.
call the
Now,
number on
I
your
want
screen.
to keep this whole conversation to myself, but we have to share you, Bob. We have a caller, so...
Yes.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes,
What's your name?
Bryce Mead.
Thanks for calling, Bryce. Do you have a question for Bob?
Thank you. No, actually, I was calling to thank Mr. Barefoot and to share my personal experience with coral calcium.
Oh, so you've actually taken the product?
I have for a little over 2 months now.
Okay. And,
I'm a student at Columbia University in Manhattan, New York, and I'm a cyclist and triathlete. I spent last year competing in Europe, primarily Italy, and about 2.5 months ago, my daily performance on the bike began to decline, and I was having great difficulty sleeping. I have been a follower of Linus Pauling. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's written several books on vitamin and mineral deficiency, and I've read his books, and I saw your infomercial with Bob Barefoot, and I called and ordered some coral calcium. Within a week after starting the calcium, I began to sleep a lot better. I was waking up in the middle of the night, and I was having difficulty going to sleep. And I began to recover much more quickly. And my physical endurance increased exponentially on the bike. And I was really amazed because it only took about 7 to 10 days to see a difference.
10 days.
now, obviously you were taking a lot of supplements before, correct?
I was taking several, yes.
Okay. And so even though you were taking food supplements, vitamins and minerals and things,
Yes.
you found by taking and adding calcium was, at least for you, it seemed like it was a missing link.
Yes, exactly. His discussion of oxygenating the body, having more available oxygen to fuel your body, interested me because in the cycling world, the more oxygen that you can get into your blood, the harder you can train.
Yeah, well, it seems like that with any physical performance. If you have more oxygen, it's going to make you perform better, right?
Exactly, which is why I initially started taking the product.
That's fantastic.
Yes, and it really worked wonders, and my energy level is through the roof. Like I said, I'm amazed, but also I got my father to take it as soon as I started to see results, and my grandmother. My father had been having difficulty sleeping. He's 56 years old, waking up in the middle of the night, and he attributed it to the aging process. And within a week and a half of being on the product, he started sleeping through the night. He sleeps 8 hours now, and he said that's the nicest thing anybody has done for me in a long time.
So fantastic. Thank you so much for telling us your story.
Bryce, thanks very much for calling in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But we're going to talk about, again, if you're watching right now, we're with Bob Barefoot, the author of all the books, Calcium Factor, Death by Diet, Barefoot on Coral Calcium. He's the king of calcium. We've had you on our shows before, both here in America and also the UK. Response is always terrific. Calcium. Obviously, you talked about cancer, heart disease, anti-aging, the benefits of that.
Yes.
You mentioned about how the different kinds of calcium is out there. Obviously, you believe coral calcium is the best. Your formula is the best. Yes. Obviously, you're promoting your product. But let's talk about a couple other things. Pain, sleeping, and weight loss. Now, if you're watching right now, and you've seen me on some of the other shows before, my show, A Closer Look.
Yes, he's a potted plant. He's always here.
I'm always here. But you also maybe have noticed that I've lost a lot of weight. I've actually lost maybe about 30 pounds recently. And I was on the Atkins diet to lose that weight. Now, I've been on the Atkins program before. I promoted the Atkins program. But I found it very difficult to stay on because I was craving the carbohydrates and the different types of food. So I found it very difficult to stay on that program. It was always a challenge. Effective, but difficult to stay on. When I went and met Bob the first time and interviewed you, you gave me some of the coral. So I started popping this, and 3 times a day I'm popping the coral. And all of a sudden I have no cravings whatsoever, feel fantastic, no indigestion, no acid problems.
Yeah.
Now, you were just talking in the green room earlier about how this makes the Atkins program. You said Dr. Atkins didn't even know this, work even faster and better.
Yes.
Explain that.
I'm a diehard advocate of the Atkins program because you can explain scientifically. It really works. The trouble is that when you back off on carbs, the carbs you're backing off of, fruits and vegetables, are so crucial to the human body, and that's what you're going to be craving. And it's been my experience that when the people get on the coral, they're 10 times as likely to succeed with the Atkins diet as if they're not on the coral, because suddenly the cravings disappear, as you said, because you're getting supplemented by the coral.
Well, so that's what I found. I mean, the cravings were gone and the energy level
and
was
also,
up.
you were saying that it helps people to give up smoking.
Oh, yes. Well, I've had a lot of drug addicts successfully get off drugs, and people with addictions can get off if you supplement it, because most of the problems with addictions are lack of nutrients, and this supplies you with 75 nutrient metals. Well, it's loaded with nutrients.
Do you remember the guy we interviewed on the show in the UK about the purification program, the sweating program?
Yeah.
That a lot of people, Narconon has a program for people who are addicted to drugs or want to get off drugs or alcohol. Yeah. And they have these, cravings, and they're always nervous, and they give them calcium, magnesium to calm them down.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yes.
And that makes sense to you.
So, so this also is going to help people calm down and reduce stress and sleep better as well, taking calcium, magnesium?
But it also increases your oxygen level, which is what you just said will give you energy, and oxygen kills virus and bacteria. There's just so much that we are critters of oxygen, and this is the best way of getting oxygen in the human body.
We're going to go back to the phone lines in just a moment, but before we do, again, if you're watching right now, you've seen Bob on maybe some of our other shows, talk shows. We're talking about coral calcium, the benefits of calcium in your diet. And folks, if you're interested in getting more information on his books, highly recommend and endorse these books. I highly recommend and endorse taking calcium, magnesium, and in Bob's opinion, coral calcium is the best. Get the best quality. This is the only place you can get the original and only Bob Barefoot formulation. Call the number on your screen. In stores, you can find similar products at, in many cases, a lower quality for $40 for a 1 month supply. Right here on the Debbie and Kevin Show, if you call today, get a call today, you can get a supply, introductory price, $19.95 for a 1 month supply. Take advantage of it because that price is not going to last forever. It's a limited introductory price on the highest quality coral calcium available. And if you're concerned about your health, folks, if you're concerned about cancer, heart disease, diabetes, if you're concerned about stress, your skin, anti-aging issues, if you're concerned about just keeping healthy and having more energy and living longer, then this could be something you should consider. Read the books, make your own decision. But Bob's quoting some research that's pretty compelling.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
A lot of Nobel Prize winners involved in this as well.
Now, let's go back to the phone lines. We have another caller on the line. Hi, you're with Debbie and Kevin. What's your first name? Hi.
Barbara.
Is this Barbara?
Yes,
Hi, you're
Hello.
with Debbie and Kevin. How are you?
fine, thank you.
Now, are you using this, or do you have a question for Bob?
Oh my, am I using it? I started the 10th of June, and I feel like a new human being.
How long have you been using it, Bob?
Since the 10th of June.
Oh, sorry.
2 weeks.
hello?
Okay, 2 weeks. So, no, what's happened?
Well, my varicose vein that I was going to have ligated has shrunk to nothing. My high blood pressure is no longer high. I no longer have back pain from a fractured back. I don't have any aches and pains. I have the carpal tunnel and both thumbs has gone to nothing. I'm a new person.
Oh.
I feel wonderful.
2 weeks.
I don't have any more dizzy spells. I could go on and on and on and on and on, but I won't take your time.
Now, if somebody's watching right now and considering taking this and trying this for themselves, what would you tell them?
Do it. You've got nothing to lose.
I'm taking
Yes.
You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. I have started being a distributor. I've sold 13 bottles in a week and a half. So I'm that enthused about it. It's unbelievable what happens. I don't have any more muscle spasms. I sleep like a baby at night. My circulation is fantastic, and I'm not young, but I feel great.
Barbara, thanks very much for calling in.
All right.
She mentioned pain, like carpal tunnel
Oh,
and
yes.
things.
We have, I've heard 10,000 of these testimonials. That's why I'm so sold on it.
Right.
And that's from medical doctors testifying that it works, and then from CEOs of major corporations testifying that congressmen, senators testify that it works. The bottom line is it gets rid of the pain. That's the #1 thing I hear from people.
So it can reverse illness.
Yes. You see, right now we live in America.
Now, hold on a second. When you say yes, it can reverse illness.
Yes.
I mean, I know that there's the FDA out there, the American Medical
Exactly.
Association, there's medical doctors.
Exactly.
Everyone's saying you can't make a medical claim for a food supplement.
It's not it's a nutritional claim, to tell you the truth. I mean, our body, what we're claiming is the body can cure itself. We're not curing anybody. You're curing
you
yourself.
don't have to
But you
take
got to give
drugs.
yourself what you need. If you don't breathe, you're going to die. If you don't drink, you're going to die.
Right.
You have to get what you need. But you also need the calcium, magnesium, rubidium, yttrium, and all the trace metals that are in there. Once you get that, your body can look after itself. Right now in America, we are in a medical disaster. Absolute medical disaster. Cancers went from 3% at the turn of the century, 50% in 1950. It's currently 40%, and within 50 years, it's predicted to be 75% of all Americans will have cancer. Today's newspaper says Alzheimer's is going to go up 300%. In the past 20 years, diabetes has gone up 20%. Modern medicine has lost every war on every degenerative disease so badly, and the future looks dismal. There's no hope at all with modern medicine because they're looking for a white powder chemical. And here we have something that's not man-made. God made coral, and it works. It's a magic mineral.
Now, we're pretty much running out of time. But,
Yes.
And Bob's, I want to thank you again for being on the show. We'll have you back again, as always.
Yes,
Folks, we just have a few seconds left. If you're watching right now and you're concerned about your health, if you're concerned about cancer, heart disease, diabetes, if you are concerned about sleeping, stress reduction, anti-aging issues, Bob's quoting some incredible research. I would recommend you really read the books, call and get information on the books. I mean, this way you can really look at the research yourself about the benefits of calcium, magnesium. I'm taking this product myself. I have every one of my staff take it. I have all my family members taking this. I personally believe this is a great way to be healthy. Not $40, $19.95. Call right now. Thanks for watching. I'm Kevin Trudeau.
And I'm Debbie Flett. Thanks
We'll
for
see
watching.
you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
The preceding was a paid commercial presentation.
How far can you go with a degree from University of Phoenix Online? Our graduates are GMs, VPs, and CEOs at major corporations. Attending classes via the internet, when and where they want, they received a state-of-the-industry education. And they earned their degree in just 2 to 3 years so they could start putting it to good use now. University of Phoenix Online, the intelligent way to attend class.
For more information, call 800-711-5944.
Don't let a slow internet connection put a damper on your holidays this year. Take a peek at AT&T Broadband's high-speed internet holiday savings. Get your first 4 months of service for only $21.95 per month. And just in time for the holidays, you'll receive a $50 Amazon.com certificate. Plus, you'll enjoy great benefits like screaming fast download speeds, constant internet connection, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't let this great deal go dashing away. Call now, 1-888-262-FAST, and get AT&T Broadband internet for only $21.95 per month for 4 months and a $50 Amazon.com certificate. Hurry, this offer ends December 31st.
Let Empire Glass replace your cracked windshield and enjoy professional mobile service. We come to you at no charge. And you'll get 24 free dinners to Sherry's, where breakfast, lunch, dinner, and delicious pies and desserts are available 24 hours a day. For expert windshield replacement with free mobile service, plus 24 free dinners to Sherry's, call Empire Glass today, 206-442-0500. When you think glass, think Empire.
Tonight on the History Channel. It may seem phony, but they say Mother Mary made 3 predictions here. Well, 2 came true, but get this. The church may be covering up the truth about the 3rd one. Get the whole story of the Fatima secrets on Incredible But True. Tonight at 8, only on the History Channel, where the past comes alive. Ready for takeoff week on Modern Marvels. All this week at 10 on the History Channel.
Today's History Channel classroom may be taped solely for instructional use and may be retained until December 31st, 2004. Thereafter, you must erase or destroy the recording. No other use is authorized by the History Channel.
The History Channel classroom now continues. This concludes today's presentation of the History Channel Classroom. Thank you for watching. Please join us again on the next edition of the History Channel Classroom.
The preceding program is part of Cable in the Classroom, a free service of the cable communications industry and your local cable company.
We hold the past in our hands, and we carry the flame for future generations. The History Channel's Emmy Award-winning Save Our History a series of outstanding and original television programs, and a nationwide initiative dedicated to historic preservation and history education.
America is filled with historic sites, but many of those sites are gravely threatened.
The Arizona is beginning to collapse.
America's sacred symbols, vulnerable to the ravages of time.
But what you don't see is the insidious nature of the weather and what effect it has on the buildings.
Historic homes, ringing with echoes of our heritage.
The White House is so special, and it is the symbol of America.
Letters and memories from the front lines and the home front, allowing us to see the history of war with new eyes.
I've seen my first action, and it's horrible beyond words. Experienced things that I never dreamed of seeing.
Freedom does not come for free, and we need our children to be aware of the sacrifices that were made so that they can live in a democracy that is free.
It will take sustained and heroic effort to save these historic structures, battlefields, neighborhoods, remembrances.
They do not deserve to be remembered. They have earned the right to be remembered.
What's at stake is not only our past, but our future. The History Channel asks you to join us in this most vital and important initiative.
Where is that frontier between history and development going to be? And what is that frontier going to look like?
Call 1-877-87-LEARN to find out what you can do to save our precious heritage from the destruction of time. Save our history with the History Channel.
Nature has the power to create and the power to destroy.
I knew that I was going to die.
How would you deal with hell on Earth?
Natural hazards are part of every environment.
We thought that we had seen hell.
Biblical disasters, all this week at 9 on the History Channel. Inside a burning church, a controversial artifact thought to be the burial sheet of Jesus. It has been tested and scrutinized more than any artifact in history. Is it the real thing? The Shroud of Turin was saved from fire that day, but the controversy still burns for this secret of the ancient world. Tomorrow at 8 on the History Channel. Nero, Caligula, Caesar, Roman emperors known for their lavish lifestyles. Then there was Vespasianus.
He encapsulated the true virtues of a Roman emperor.
Vespasian rescued Rome. Titus Flavius Vespasianus, but we like to call him the emperor who saved Rome. Monday, December 30th at 9 on the History Channel. On the next History International special, a glittering storybook wedding. Lady Diana and Charles. This isn't another royal program, but it's close. It has all the trappings: death, divorce, and disaster. This tyrannical king gave many their last headache. Henry VIII on the History Channel. Begins Tuesday, January 7th at 9 p.m. History International, now available in our world. Call your cable or satellite company.
Former U.S. Marine, drill instructor, Vietnam veteran. Now he's facing his greatest challenge. Your questions.
What does GI stand for? What kind of grabastic unorganized question is that?
Join R. Lee Ermey.
Can it, numbnuts! Now listen up. Want to know how to drive a tank? How a gas mask works? What dog tags are used for? I know all the answers, so ask the questions, maggot!
Mail call, Sunday nights at 10 on the History Channel. Ask at your own risk.
Winning is everything. But winning isn't easy. It's a skill. A skill this man is ready to show you. The hard way.
This is where it gets really nasty.
From ancient combat to modern sport. Conquest with Peter Woodward. The winning new series. Sunday nights at 10:30, only on the History Channel. Because no one likes to lose.
Have you ever dreamed of blazing your own trails? Or following in someone's footsteps? Could you stand up for your beliefs? Conquer your fears? Or create something new? The experience of every generation is yours. On the History Channel, where the past comes alive.
Tonight on the History Channel.
It may seem phony, but they say Mother Mary made 3 predictions here. Well, 2 came true, but get this. The church may be covering up the truth about the 3rd one. Get the whole story of the Fatima secrets on Incredible But True. Tonight at 8, only on the History Channel, where the past comes alive.
Are you tired of all the clutter in your kitchen drawers?
Well, I've got the solution for you. Hi, I'm Kathy Mitchell, here in the kitchen with Chef Wizard, the amazing 6-in-1 kitchen utensil that lets you replace all this clutter. This is the most exciting tool I've seen in the kitchen in a long time, because not only does it replace all those tongs and spatulas and turners, it actually does a better job, and that's because of its unique design. What it does is it actually forms around the food. It takes the shape of whatever you're lifting, so you can get those eggs in and out of the water easy and fast. It's also a whisk, a flat whisk. See, it locks together and lets you whisk up eggs for your omelets. It's perfect for that. And speaking of omelets, we all know how hard omelets are to turn. The chef
Okay, popcorn? Check. Soft drink? Check. Warner Brothers ball cap? Aha! You can't watch a Warner Brothers movie without a Warner Brothers ball cap. Listen, Doc, what if they ordered a Warner Brothers ball cap so they had it next time? Well, here's all you have to do, folks. Just send for this.
A new Warner Brothers catalog.
Use it to order your Warner Brothers ball cap. And while you're at it, you can order stuff like T-shirts, posters, movie books, ties. That's neckties.
It's all in the catalog, which you can get now by dialing this 900 number.
So when you get a chance, call...
No, they have to call now. They can't watch the movie until they order their new catalog.
You're despicable. Don't forget to call, folks.
When's your mom leaving for Australia?
Oh, in about an hour and a half.
She's leaving you guys all alone?
I'm getting rid of her for 2 whole months. I can go to the beach. I can stay out as late as I want. I can do anything. I'm a free woman.
Hi. Hello to you. I'm Mrs. Jurak. I'm the babysitter.
What?
All right, you little maggots, now line up.
Are you serious?
I'll make your summer a living hell.
Ow! Hey!
TV rots your brain.
It's time we let her know the rules.
Yeah, we outnumber her. Let's kick some butt.
Mrs. Sturak! Miss Sturak? Oh, my God. She died in her sleep.
They'll probably blame us.
Hey, be careful.
I got her.
No, I mean my skateboard.
Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead.
Rock and roll!
Now, Christina Applegate and her brother
What?
bounce back for a summer with...
How's my baby?
No rules.
In your dreams, babe.
No curfews. No nagging. No pulse.
Oh, how you doing, Mom? No, Mrs. Sturak's not here. She went to the yarn store.
So, what do you guys want for breakfast?
Cheese omelet. SpaghettiOs.
Breakfast is served. Mow the lawn today, and don't forget to do the dishes, okay?
Ah! Dishes are done, man.
Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead.